Water. Too much hot, eh? Great, we are 21 till now. We were 30. Okay. Excellent. 1 minute and I start. If you have any question, I can take your question for the time being. Any question? Till now it's clear? Okay. So okay. So I'll go back to I'm a little bit lost. Okay. Okay. So I'll continue my presentation. I'll continue my presentation. Okay. PowerPoint. So I was saying that now you are, just to make sure, back to PowerPoint. You can see the PowerPoint presentation, no? Hello, can you hear me? I allowed you to okay, great. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
yes,
we can hear you.
can see.
Yes, yes.
And you see PowerPoint? You see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we see it. Yes, we can see everything. Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying that if you are first time seeing the Arduino and manipulating the Arduino, maybe you are afraid, like I was first time I did. But after all you have to maintain and to keep from this board, Arduino, this electronic board, is the USB connector to plug it to the computer like this. From the other side, it's USB in order to power the board with 9 volt and to download the program. You have the 9-volt connector if you want to power your program with a battery of 9 volt, okay? You have what we call 2 rows up and down for the digital pins, and I will explain what is digital pins and what are the categories of the digital pins. And to explain more about this this board, you have to use, you as a teacher, the Fritzing software. I sent you the link and it is on the presentation. The Fritzing software, I will show it to you right now. It's a simulator software, as you can see. It's a simulator software where you can show your students how to build a circuit. And here it's very important to know that even if you are at home or at school, you have to use this software in order to explain in a clear way how to build a circuit. And I will start, I'll start a new project. It's free of charge, Fritzing. You can download it by the link I gave you. So I will take a board of Arduino. Like if I am showing the students the board, I will click on Control Plus to make it bigger. And as you can see here, you have it, I guess, clearer than the picture, the previous picture, where you have the USB connector, where you have the 9-volt connector, and here you have what we call a digital pin. As you can see, I can click and it's active. And those digital pins, are numbered from 0 till 13. Later on, you will see for what we use. You have the ground pin, the GND, that provides 0 volt, and you have the 5 volt. And as you can see here, you have another ground pin. So in total, you have 3 ground pins. You have 1 5 volt, and you have 3 volt, and a series of digital pins from 0 to 13. All what you need to know about the Arduino are those digital pins, the USB connector, and the 9-volt, and that's it. Back to the PowerPoint. So in the PowerPoint, I was saying that you need Fritzing, and we are in lesson 3. I remind you, you need the Fritzing software to explain more and to make it clear for your students the components of the Arduino board. And in the following slide, you will see that I'm telling you again that use the Fritzing software to zoom and to show the main functionality and blocks of the main board, that are the USB port, the 9-volt port, the digital pins from 0 to 13, the ground pin, and the 5-volt. That's what we did before. And you continue by explaining to your students that what is a digital pin. And this is very important for all of you with the first contact of Arduino. The digital pin from 0 till 13 are pins that can provide 5 volt in order to make a LED or to make any sensor function. And the 5-volt also can provide 5-volt current. So what is the difference between the 5-volt in the Arduino board and the digital pins? The answer is really clear. the 5 volt will provide continuously the current 5 volt, and by software you cannot control and manage when you want to make it off and on. The digital pins that we will see in the future lessons, it's very clear that you can, by program, when writing the code, you can tell the program to turn off the digital pin 5, let's say, and if on this digital pin there is a LED, when it's turned off, the LED will turn off, and when it is on, the LED will turn on. And it's the same with all the motors, pumps, and the other digital component sensors. Okay, so pop up at all. There are still people joining. Okay, so after explaining the component of the Arduino board, now we can jump to the breadboard. And the breadboard, just to tell you, it's like the electricity socket that we use to plug many electronic or electrical components. Since we have on the Arduino board only 13 pins and 3 grounds, in case we are asked to make a complicated circuit, it's impossible to make it alone with the Arduino board. We have to use what we call the breadboard. So the breadboard, it's a dummy board that we use like the electrical socket that we have at home in order to switch more than one, the radio, the TV, the phone charger, and other components in one socket. So, and here you have to show your student that the Arduino board, all that contains are pins. Okay, I will switch to the fritzing in order to show you. Now we are in fritzing. Okay, I will zoom a little bit, zoom in. And as you can see, the breadboard is divided into 4 main parts. You have the upper part here, the lower part down, and you have 2 parts in the middle. And the upper part and the lower parts are the same. I mean, the dots are connected horizontally. See, if I click on one of the dots, all the dots will be illuminated. That means that all the dots are connected with one socket. And same for the above. The middle sections are connected vertically, as you can see, and this is how you show your students by clicking on one of the dots, and you will see that all the dots will be connected and illuminated. Okay, so back to the PowerPoint. So I remind you that we are in lesson 3. We explained the component of the Arduino board. We explain the breadboard, of course, and I believe we are teacher and we can understand each other that the first 1, 2, 3 lessons will be theoretical to make the students understand the concept of Arduino and what are the components and the software we may use to build projects. So after that, I'm showing you on PowerPoint that in the upper and lower part, the dots are connected horizontally, and in the middle parts, the dots are connected vertically. The other component that we use in almost all projects is the LED, and it will be my first project. So here I believe that we started lesson 4. It's to start the first project, how we can make a project with one LED and how to control it online. This is what we call the Hello World program. All the beginners in Arduino must start with this project. So regarding the LED, if you don't have previous knowledge and experience, but I believe your students have it from the physics course, that the longer lead is the positive pole and the shorter lead is the negative port. And if I show you one LED, I have it in my hand, you can see that you have two leads. One is shorter than the other. So the longer lead is the positive and the shorter lead is negative. And we will use this later on in the project. So the fourth lesson, it will be to set up a LED, okay, using only the Arduino board. So if I go back to the fritzing, okay, and I go here to, so once you launch fritzing, I forget to tell you, it will display you the welcome screen. So by default, you will have to switch to what we call the breadboard screen, okay? And from the category here, you can search what you want to insert. Mainly, you can click here and write, for example, breadboard, and you will have the breadboard. We have to wait a little bit. So I will select this component and place it here. I will make a little bit by zooming out. And I believe for the time being, I don't need it, but I will show you that I can insert a LED. I will select here and I will type a LED. Till now, I didn't have it. I have to wait. So all the electronic components are displayed here. And as you can see, the LED, it's displayed here. I can take it and move it to the circuit. Since the LED has a longer lead and a shorter lead, I have to know that the shorter lead, I will switch it or I will plug it in the ground pin, and the longer lead should be plugged in one of the 13 pins in order to control it by the program. So I have to zoom. Okay, I will place the LED here. I will click on the shorter lead and I will put it on the ground. I will select the longer lead and I will place it in the 9 pin. So for the time being, okay, I can say that my project is done. I have a breadboard, a Arduino board with a LED connected to the ground and to the 9-volt. And all I have to do is to go and program the blinking of this LED. Okay, so I'll go back to the Arduino program. I believe I launched it before. Okay, this is the Arduino program. So please, can you tell me now that if you are seeing the Arduino program?
Yes.
Okay, great. Who write this program, you think? It's not me.
I think templates.
It's not me. It's from the library.
It's templates, and you can.
It's from the library.
Maybe it's a sample.
So
So what do you mean?
What you will do is you will open to answer my colleague who asked me the question that students are facing some problem in coding. I'll tell you, no need to memorize how to write the code, since all the projects are provided with the code. The only thing that students should master is how to understand the structure of the program and what does the syntax means in order to configure it in the correct way. So from the file menu, if I go to example, okay, and as you can see, there is lots of program proposed, and by selecting one, you will open the program, and all you need to do is to make the modification in order to be compliant with the structure or with the circuit you build. So what I'll take for the time being is the blink, the basics and the blink. And once you click on the blink, you will have this program, okay? All the programs in Arduino are divided into two main parts. You have the void procedure or the void section, and you have the loop section. And as you can see, the code is written. All you need is to adopt it or to adapt it to your circuit. Remember that we plugged the LED on the digital pin 9. It's true, no? On digital pin 9. So,
Yes.
yes. So here in the void setup, what we are doing, we are making the setup of all the hardwares that we need in order to make the circuit functioning. So since I used one LED, all I have to do is to select the LED built-in and to replace it with what? With 9.
9.
And its mode output. Why its output? It's obvious. Output, since the LED, it's an output device. The motor, it's an output device. The buzzer, it's an output device. The buzzer, I mean, the speaker that reproduces sound. The motor is an output device, but for the sensors, we are talking about input. So here, the word output, it's always output for LEDs, motors, pumps, buzzer, and pumps and motors. And for sensors, it will be what? It will be input. Great. So for the setup, it's done. Now I'll go to what we call the loop function. And all I have to replace is LED built-in 9 and LED built-in 9. And the keyword digital write, it means that the current will be high on the digital pin 9 for a delay of 1 millisecond, I mean 1 second, and the digital write at 9 will be low for 1 second. So here, what I will see, actually, what I will see if I run the program. Can somebody tell me?
It will start blinking.
Will blink.
So the LED will start blinking.
1 second, then another
yes.
second.
Yes, here I have an Arduino and I'm trying to make it on the
Port 12.
on port 12, yes, and to show you how easy it is. Once I plugged my my Arduino board, all I have to do is to make sure that the board Arduino is connected on COM3. I will click on the upload file, And once done, if I don't have error in the program, you will not see down in the compilation sketch any error. I will wait for the compilation to finish. Just one moment to see. Okay. So I will stop sharing the screen. Now you can see me, no? What you can see now?
We can see you also in the beginning.
Yes, now what you are seeing?
The blinking LED.
The blinking LED, okay? I will go to the Arduino, and instead of 1000, I will make 250 and 250, and I will upload again. And what you will see now, look how quick it is.
Faster.
It's faster. Okay? So
yeah,
for you as a teacher, what you have to explain to your student is not just one moment. Okay, it's not the way of writing each and single line. What you have to explain for your students is the structure of the program, how the program is divided, the functionality of the program, the void setup, and the functionality of the loop setup. Now my question is, if I want to insert another LED, I will make it on the breadboard, okay, or on the Arduino board. But how can I manage to make my program function with 2 LEDs? Look how simple it is. I will select this line, copy paste,
and change the port.
And I will suppose it is on port 14. Okay. Yeah. And then after here, I will select this line. I will paste it here. I will make it 14. And then this line, I will copy it. I will make it. Now you can see the Arduino program, no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now, in few seconds, I added in the program another LED 14. And this way, the 2 LEDs will blink on and off at the same time, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly. What if I want to make them alternative? I mean, once
change it low high.
Yeah. Okay, very easy. I will replace the high with low capital, and here I will write very easy. I will write high, and this is done with my program. So you see that it didn't take me too much time to make students understand what is the void loop and what the void setup and what is the void loop and how to integrate new LED and how to modify the program in order to make the LED blinks. Okay, so I will go back.
انا دخلت النهارده بعمل حاجه على جريد 10A على رين ويب. جريد 10A ما بتفتحش، بيكتب لي لودنج مده طويله جدا لدرجه ان انا سبته ورحت حصه وجيت وهو لسه كده. اعمل ريفرش برده كاتب لودنج ومش فاتح اي حاجه. انما 10B عادي شغال زي الفل. فهل في حاجه معينه اقدر اعملها؟
Sorry, you are talking with me? Hello? Hello? Somebody was talking. I don't know if it's with me or with another colleague. Anyhow, as you can see, now the problem is, I will take you back to the PowerPoint in order not to be lost. So the first, in lesson 4, I set up my first LED. The program as I said, no need for students to memorize the Arduino code. All you have to do is to make them understand how the program function. And I show you, sorry, the structure of the program. It's always on lesson 4. Sorry, I have to bring my charger. Give me just one second, please. Sorry. At the end of this lesson, you will ask your students to download the Arduino program and the Fritzing program and to try to explore at home alone some manipulation. They can send you a code or they can invent something with the LED. In lesson 5, things come more serious. It's about 2 LEDs. And as you can see that it's like impossible to plug into the Arduino board 2 legs, since here I have 1 ground and I cannot take from this digital pin ground to the digital pins here 1 to 13. That's why what I need is an Arduino board, and I will show you how I can step by step explain to students how can I manage this project. And of course, I need the digital, the jumper wire, the electrical jumper wire in order to make this connection. So first I will take 1 LED and I will take another LED. I will change the color. I will make it, let's say, orange. Okay. I will zoom enough to plug the longer lead on this column and this lead on this column, and the shorter lead, the 5 volt, let's say, on this column, and the shorter lead on this column. So the 2 LEDs now are connected to the breadboard, but are not connected to the Arduino board. What I need is a jumper wire from the ground. Look how it is easy. I click and I drag and I will plug it in the horizontal row on the top of the breadboard. And as you can see, all the green dots here are connected to the ground. So if I take from any of those dots a jumper wire, and I connect it to this column, this means what? The circuit.
Electricity is reaching the LED.
So the ground will provide 0 volt. It will pass through this horizontal line, and from this horizontal line through this digital wire cable, it's connected to this column. So the yellow LED is connected to the ground, and same thing I will do with what? With the red LED. So my circuit now, it needs what? It needs 5 volt from what? From the digital pins that are on the breadboard. So I select, let's say, the digital wire, the digital pin 12, and I plug it here. And the digital wire 10, and I plug it here. It's the same if I plug it here, 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 or here. it's the same since all those dots are connected vertically, and same thing here. So what you can see here in front of you, it's a circuit with two LEDs, okay? And by program, we can make those two LEDs turn off and on at the same time or in a simultaneous time. So the first one is on, the second is off, and vice versa. So this is the 5th lesson in PowerPoint. Now comes the time to make a project with two LEDs. You'll discover that it's almost impossible to make it without the help of the breadboard. Okay, so I will introduce the breadboard again. I will show them the circuit in FreeZync as I did right now. And I will show the Arduino program. So in the Arduino program, as we saw previously, okay, all we have to do is to add lines in a correct way in order to make the program run correctly. Okay, then after I will it's enough for lesson 5. I mean the time to make the circuit and to explain them how to build it and to write the program. And if you have a board between in your hand at home to test it and to show them to your student, I think it's enough for the lesson 5. In all cases, for those who are using our books in grade 10, the lessons are really clear, and all the resources that you need and the steps to follow are really clear, like I'm doing right now. So you will not face any problem of what we are saying now. So before attacking the lesson 6, I want to show you some of the components, exciting components that we use in our project. So we start by the push button, okay, that we can control the on and off LED. The buzzer, it's like the LED, but it produces sound. The alcohol detector or the gas detector, we can make a project if this sensor smell gas, so it can warm us. The counter that will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The humidity sensor, the soil moisture sensor that we can plug in the soil to test the humidity if it needs water or not. The water level sensor that can detect the level of water in the in our tank that can warm us. The temperature and the humidity sensor, also it can warm us. The rain sensor, it can detect if it's raining. Okay. The motor, so it can make a mechanical action. The ultrasonic sensor that can detect distance, like in the robot, and warm us if there is somebody in the room or something like that. And what we call the human body detector, like we see in the public places, public bathroom. Whenever there is somebody moving, the light will be on. So of course there is other components. I tried to give you a for 40 minutes. Okay, sorry. Back again. It will cut, I think.